himself, Tom Homan. Tom, great to see you. Are you surprised by that kind of turnout?
No, I'm not shocked at all. I mean, right after the election, I was bombarded with requests from people who want to come to ICE. Retired military, retired law enforcement officers, retired ICE agents, and Border Patrol agents want to come back. I knew there should be no lack of interest. Look, in the last 4 years, Americans got fed up with an open border, uncontrolled illegal immigration, the crime, the unvetted illegal aliens that are national security threats being released in this country. They got a chance, come back and fight for America, and that's exactly what they're doing. I'm not surprised at all.
What is the application and onboarding process like?
Well, it's being streamlined quite a bit, and we still got the requirements, right? You still got your physical tests, you still got your background investigations, you still got training. But we're trying to streamline as best we can because we got hired over 10,000 deportation officers, and that's about tripling the current one. We got about a little around 5,000 now. We got to add 10,000 more to that. So it's a tedious process, but we're trying to streamline because we want to bring them all on within the next year.
Very good. All right, next one for you, Tom. Do you remember the Illinois Congresswoman, Delia Ramirez, who says she was a Guatemalan before an American, and now she's going after ICE, and she called you out by name? Listen to this.
In my own district, in District 3, we've stood up rapid response efforts to defend our communities against Trump. It's why Tom Homan hates me so much. He hopes that we don't know our rights so they can violate them. Well, Tom Homan, let me tell you, all over the country, we will continue to stand up for our rights, and we will continue to call out the terrorist organization that is ICE.
All right, Tom, have at it. What's your response?
I don't even know who she is. That's how meaningless she is to me, for God's sakes. And look, she can stand up all she wants, but she better not impede. She better not cross the line. Look, I looked at the numbers this morning. We got a historic number of criminal prosecutions on people impeding and interfering ICE and during enforcement operations, so we're going to keep doing it. President Trump made a promise, 0 tolerance. You can hate ICE all you want. And here's what I'll say. As a member of Congress, calling ICE terrorists for enforcing the laws that you enacted, Congress created? I mean, for God's sakes, she's just proven to American people how not smart she is. But she's not going to stop what we're doing. You just saw 100,000 American patriots wanting to join ICE. We're coming to every sanctuary city in this nation. We're already there, but as I said before, we're doubling, tripling down on sanctuary cities, including her area. We're not going to stop doing what we're doing. President Trump, through ICE, is making this country safer. Every day, every public safety threat we take off the street makes her community safer. So you're welcome.
All right, Tom, one more for you. In Houston, ICE has arrested, more than 150 illegal migrant gang members in just the first 6 months under Trump. That, by the way, a 375% increase compared to Joe Biden. And yet you have those people like Ramirez who call ICE terrorists while trying to protect people that could very well be members of gangs. I mean, what does that message tell you?
It tells me she's not very smart. First of all, it's just incredibly stupid to be against ICE for removing gang members, public safety threats from the street. Not only did they remove thousands of gang members, they removed thousands of terrorists, members of the TDA, members of MS 13. And I looked at, terrorist association, over 1,000 known suspected terrorists on top of that have been arrested and removed from this country. Again, President Trump's keeping his promise to American people, make this country safe again. That's exactly what we're doing. No apologies. Now we're getting more resources on board. Watch what happens in the next 6 months to a year.
You know what? Just very quickly, Tom, people come here, they get across the border, they're here illegally, they've broken the law, and yet people, politicians say, oh no, this horrible, terrorist group called ICE is trying to come in and, pick them up off the street. But the fact remains they broke the law, they're here illegally, and they're the ones that should be removed. I'm sorry, but that's the law, right?
Here's why they're angry. Because we pulled the curtain back on the last 4 years of lawlessness of the Biden administration. They stood silent while while record number of women and children were sex trafficked in this country.
Yeah.
They stood silent when a quarter million Americans died from fentanyl coming across that open border. They stood silent when over 4,000 illegal aliens died making that journey. They stood silent. We have the largest number of known suspected terrorists entering this country through the open southwest border. They stood silent while record number of Americans died, a record number of aliens died, and they pulled the curtain back on the most secure border that we handed them.
Yeah.
We handed them the most secure border in our lifetime, and they destroyed it on purpose. They're angry because
Yes,
we're
they
winning. We're showing the American people how much damage the last administration did to this country.
Tom Homan. Tom, great to see you. Thanks for spending some time with us.